Here we have a SAT math question. Okay, let's go with the information. If x over y positive y over x equals to 4, then what is the value of x negative y the whole square positive x positive y the whole square over xy? Okay, to solve this problem, I'm going to use the two algebraic identities, that is the square of the binomial, that is a positive b the whole square. So what is the expansion of this a positive b the whole square? That is a square positive 2ab positive b square. Okay, now let's consider one more expansion, that is the square of the binomial, that is a negative b whole square equals to a square negative 2ab positive b square. So here I have written two algebraic identities. So that is the square of a binomial a positive b and the square of a binomial a negative b. So when we have positive sign over here in the expansion, the 2ab will be positive. When we have negative sign between a and b over here, in the expansion 2ab will be negative. I am going to use these two identities to solve this problem. Okay, here we have an equation, that is x over y positive y over x equals to 4, and we have to find the value of this expression. Okay, now let me take this equation, that is x over y positive y over x equals to 4. Okay, now so how can I add these two fractions with different denominators? So because here the first denominator is y, the second denominator is x. So the denominators are numbers, we can find the least common multiple to get the common denominator. But here the denominators are not numbers, so they are variables. So to add this kind of two fractions, what I can do is I can use the method cross multiplication. That is, the numerator over here has to be multiplied by the denominator of the second fraction. Then I'm getting x times x is x square. Then I'm taking this positive and as it is. Now the numerator of the second fraction has to be multiplied by the denominator of the first fraction. That is y times y is y square. So further, I have to multiply the two denominators y and x. When I multiply y and x, it can be written as y times x, or it can also be written as x times y equals to 4. Okay, now I multiply both sides by x times y to get out the denominator over here. Let me do it. So when I do so, then x times y will cancel out over here. Then I'm getting x square positive y square equals to 4 times xy, it can be written as 4xy. Okay, now in this equation, x square positive y square is equal to 4xy. I'm going to do two things over there. So let me do it. The first thing, that is x square positive y square equals to 4xy over here. Again, I'm writing the same equation, that is x square positive y square equals to 4xy. Okay, in my first thing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 2xy from both sides. So when I subtract 2xy from both sides, the expression we have on the left side will be x square negative 2xy positive y square. On the right side, when I simplify this 4xy negative 2xy, I'm just getting 2xy. Okay, now consider the trinomial we have on the left side. It is exactly in the form of a square negative 2ab positive b square. So if I have a trinomial in this form, a square negative 2ab positive b square, it can be written as the square of a binomial. So that is a negative b the whole square. So comparing this trinomial and this one, so at the place of a, what do we have? We have x. At the place of b, we have y. So for a square negative 2ab positive b square, we have a negative b the whole square. Then what can we write for this trinomial? So it's very simple, that is x negative y the whole square equals to 2xy. Okay, now again I consider the same equation. Now the second thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2xy to both sides. When I add 2xy to both sides, then I'll be getting an expression that is x square positive 2xy positive y square. On the right side, when I combine 4xy positive 2xy, I'm getting 6xy. Okay, now the trinomial we have over here is exactly in the form of a square positive ab positive b square. So for this trinomial, we have a positive b the whole square. So here, at the place of a, we have x. At the place of b, we have y. So for a square positive ab positive b square, we have a positive b the whole square. Then what we have to write for this x square positive 2xy positive y square? We have to write x positive y the whole square equals to 6xy. So now I got the equivalent stuff for x negative y the whole square and x positive y the whole square. So we can plug in 2xy for x negative y the whole square into the given expression and 6xy for x positive y the whole square into the given expression. Okay, let me do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the given expression as it is, that is x negative y the whole square positive x positive y the whole square over xy. So for this x negative y the whole square, I know that 2xy, so I can plug in 2xy for that one. And for this x positive y the whole square, I know that 6xy, so I can plug in xy over xy. So when I add 2xy 6xy, I'm getting 8xy over xy. So this xy will cancel out and I'm getting 8. So the value of the given expression is 8.